Atochin chitab Kalenjin en tetutiet noton neitunen ketesiet nebo Kass TV neitune en kila kasitab somok noton nebo Mungaret ak Pandaptai anan en biashara Wednesday ole en bitab raini en tetutiet ketindoi Philip Langat. Inendet ko ogiliot akitindoi kora Felix Keton. Inendet kora ko ogiliot naat ko Felix Keton Matage nebunu komosta noton nebo Bureti. Kitindoi kora en bitab raini Kipkoech Ngetich. Inendet ko ogiliot kora nemiten en oret noton nebo agenge en agenge kongetege taonit noton nebo Nakuru. Kainenyu ko Shadrack Mutai en oret nebo kabarunet ketindoi Naomi Cherotich. Ngetaun logoiwekab emet cheitun en ketesiet nebo Kass TV komait kekusyin gong tetutiet noton neitun en betut nebo raini betut noton nekusyin gong konyek tugul Senate en ming'ab county nebo Kericho kotieng'e ak impeachment noton nebo governor nenywanet Dr. Eric Mutai. Kusikia kora emetab Kenya komugul Senate kotieng'e ak impeachment nemi taitab Senate noton nebo Rigathi Gachagua. Ng'olen ak okilinik kotieng'e ak noton en Komalo. Kakomuch kong'at en betut nebo raini speaker noton nebo Senate Amason Jeffa Kingi komuch koitita tait noton nebo Senate en wikit nenyone rubeiwotab president Rigathi Gachagua sikomuch keng'alalen ak kenai kotko tos ketil kakwautiet nebo keisto en boisiet kou en somet anan maket nekoimuch kosuldaen kobun biretab kura bunge noton nebo National Assembly. Kaimuch kong'at Amason Kingi clerk noton nebo Senate komuch kosirchi baruet en betutab raini anan komuch kosirchi somet deputy president nebo koitita tait noton nebo Senate kong'etege betut noton nebo kosomok kasi ak kwang'wan kasi en wikit nenyone sikomuch ketebsen inendet.
46, 47A3 and 48(1) of the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act and sections 2, 3, 4 and 7 of the Proceeds of Crime and Anti-Money Laundering Act. Number 8, serious reasons to believe that His Excellency the Deputy President has committed crimes by continuously misleading members of the public through false, malicious, divisive and insightful remarks that are contrary to the provisions of Section 132 of the Penal Code and Section 29 of the Leadership and Integrity Act. Number 9, gross misconduct that is incompatible with the high calling and dignified status of the office of the Deputy President and a member of the Cabinet and the National Security Council. His Excellency, the Deputy President, has publicly attacked and undermined the work of the National Security Intelligence Service and its officers. Number 10, gross misconduct by openly or publicly insubordinating the President, who is the head of state and government. And lastly, gross misconduct by persistently bullying state and public officers. To the matter of the motion, that is, whether or not to establish the special committee, it shall be improper and out of order to debate the substance of the impeachment, its merits, propriety, prudence, or constitutionality or legality of the process that have preceded the submission of the matter to the Senate. In the meantime, and during the pendence of this impeachment process in the Senate, I wish to caution honorable senators to desist from publicly commenting on the merits or demerits of the impeachment motion. Doing so will amount to anticipation of debate.
Yekiistoege kosirtoet anan maket nebo keisto en boisiet kobun oret nebo impeachment rubeiwotab president kebendi county nebo Kericho ole takemiten kora en Senate noton nebo emoni ole tetat kora komuch keng'alalen ak kenai kot komuch keisto en boisiet ang'et en boisiet noton ko governor nebo county nebo Kericho Dr. Eric Mutai. Tetat keng'alalen en betut noton nebo Jumatatu ak en betutab kwoeng kasi sikenai kot tos ng'etu en boisiet anan kiisto kotiengei anan imuch kong'at en betutab raini. Speaker noton nebo bunge anan rubeiwotab speaker en bunge kole keitita motion noton tait noton nebo Senate en kasitab Jumatatu ak kasitab Wednesday ng'alen en wikit nenyone.
Pursuant to Standing Order number 34-4C to hold its sittings on Monday, the 14th of October 2024, starting at 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. until the conclusion of business listed in the order paper of the day. 2. Pursuant to Standing Order number 34-4B, to hold a morning sitting on Tuesday, the 15th of October 2024, starting at 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And 3. Pursuant to Standing Order number 34-4A, extend its sitting time on Tuesday, 15th October 2024, afternoon sitting until the conclusion of the business listed in the order paper of the day, in order to investigate the proposed removal from office by impeachment of the Honorable Dr. Eric Kipkoech Mutai, the Governor of Kericho County.
The Senate resolves, 1, pursuant to Standing Order 34-4C, to hold sittings on Monday, 14th October 2024, starting at 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. until conclusion of business listed in the order paper of the day. 2, pursuant to Standing Order 34B, to hold a morning sitting on Tuesday, 15th October 2024, starting at 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And 3, pursuant to Standing Order 34-4A, to extend the sitting time on Tuesday, 15th October 2024, afternoon sitting, until conclusion of business listed in the order paper of the day, in order to investigate the proposed removal from office by impeachment of the Honorable Dr. Eric Kipkoech Mutai, the Governor of Kericho County.
Kakobor kang'ung'unyet alage en chemung'arainik en county nebo Uasin Gishu mising kotinygei ak mising ko ketikab bodaboda mwaet kole kowo ng'weny mung'arosiekwak kosubkei ak ureriet noton nebo CAC Cycling Championship netesetai en komosta noton nebo nganaset nebo Eldoret ole kait keker alak en ortinwek chemiten en taonit noton nebo Eldoret en chopchinetabgei noton nebo urerionoton.
Kamet kokoromit rani betusiekab rani. Gilini weile keto ineni laun gini mgonjwa wao kakoromit ne sasa wakile msikelea nyangasini. Kamwa ketichoto bo pikipikishek en kanaset nebo Eldoret kole kayach kotelelso kasuldaetab boisionikab loiset en kanasanoto kosubkei ak nekakikar ortinwek che echen asikotestai kabeletabgei nebo ketetab baskilishek nebo CAC Cycling Championships 2024. Chamge sini 1500 lakini nguno ko kakenyoru mieno kitecheke yan kaweit kasit kabisa mongen ata le ngoite jioni ko une. Meche ko wal tuguchu amu genzi lagun emetunwek alak yoe kemo makiyoe bet. Kwa Kenya wala kwa nasi nyokoip kiyo bet. Awakere kole taoni ni ko city nasi nyo makoi ketonun mero ile ya kasit ni ngiro rani sai ka utun nekerishek chetiane mero la tonon mungaret che. Mungareshek makiyata ning taon. Wendi kole na mamiji mero la ya kasit che.
Leo imekuwa mbaya. Kwa siku inastahili niunde 1000 lakini sasa hakuna. Naona wamenifungia jana, sasa ndio nafanya kazi ya pili ya 200. Naona itakuwa noma. Moche en inguni chemung'araichoto tetikab ikorata koker kole kakisuldae urerionoto en ortinwek chemoboisie biik chechang en betusiek chemiten tai.
In future, heri watumbie before 1 week ndio tujipange. Na watafute ile njia ya asiko busy ndio waende wafanyie hii mashindano huko.
Hizi barabara zimefungwa na hata aina ile mwelekeo mnaambiwa mpite mahali fulani, unaenda unapata imefungwa, unaambiwa ende hii barabara unapata tena imefungwa, sasa unapata tu watu wamekuwa stranded.
Anesa haya maana yo wane metumne kapsang kya wana Qatar. Sasa Qatar ko cham kyoe tuguchu kemoi kopet koi bikazishek kwai. Kolo ko kut security o light nini security ngwayo karan. Sasa ndasai kole kouniket praja kas ko jioni kole kotestai kasi ngwai subuhi. Ko makere ile maruse ni kispichota. Nito ko igorta nebo 17 ole kasarta netai koyoe emetab Kenya urerionito. Kit nekamach CEC netonondochin urerioshek en county nebo Uasin Gishu Engineer Lucy Njoroge meng'ikab county nito kosich muitaet ak kokoch kasubet ikorata amu mite alak en mung'aroshek chenyorune kelchin urerionoto.
Tukue wavumilivu na tujue kwamba hii ni chance of a lifetime. Si rahisi kupata opportunity kama hii kwa federation ikipewa nafasi ya kuhost the African Road Cycling Championship. Kwa hivyo tufurahie kwamba kuna ambao wanabiashara ambao saizi wana smile to the bank sababu hoteli zote zimebukiwa, ambao wanaruhusiwa kuuza vitu kwa wageni wetu hapa Uasin Gishu pia wanafurahia. So kuna mixed reaction na pia kubalance sababu kufunga barabara pia sababu ya kuhost 24 countries wameshafika. Hizi competition ambazo zinaendelea ni sababu pia tunataka awareness ikue kwa watu wote North Rift na Kenya kwa jumla kwamba hii mambo ya cycling pia inaweza kupatia pesa hela. Sababu ni talanta siki.
Kong'eten kanaset nebo Eldoret en county nebo Uasin Gishu logoiwekab emet chebo Kass TV kaninyu ko Timothy Kiplimo.
Kakecher meng'ik chebo county nebo Nandi kotestai icheket koityi komonut kolsetab ketik oret agenge nebo kero kele kakirib itonwekab emet. Kabit niton betusiek oeng yetab keboiboenji betut noton nebo World Habitat Day nekokiyai ole koimong'u kibagengeit agenge neborchingei ribetab itonwekab emet en county noton nebo Nandi nenaat ko Kiptapkei kondochin patron Malakwen Mengich akokoito kolsetab ketik en meng'ik chebo kebeberatan.
Kamwa Mengich kole kikotestai ichek korib itonwekab emet oret agenge nebo kero kele kakikol ketik ak kerib kongoshekab beek asikobit konyor tiong'ik meng'atoshek.
So siku ya leo tukipanda miti tunafurahi sana, manake tumeachieve ile ndoto yetu ya restore habitat ya the vervet monkey. Vile vile tuko na msemo katika organization yetu yenye nasema ya kwamba when the vervet monkey thrives all organisms thrive. Yani huyu chereret, this vervet monkey akishapona, basi the crested crane pia naye amepona, yule mwenye anaishi katika kule wetlands.
Kayamis ine kole testai ichek kotutoni koruptoi keswekab ketik koityi meng'ikab kaunti nebo Nandi. Ole kacher ine meng'ikab kaunti nebo Nandi korib itonwekab emet.
My youth tunawa encourage ya kwamba tushikane pamoja katika hii program. So by engaging today here in Nandi Hills, our target was to plant 5,000 tree seedlings. In Tinderet, we have over 7 nurseries, and in Nandi Hills, we have over 8 nurseries, I think 9 nurseries. Na most of the seedlings tumepanda zimetoka kwa hizi nurseries zetu.
Karupten ito alak eng meng'ikab kaunti nebo Nandi chekemang'e ichek asikobit kokol ketik. Eng mwaet kole kolsetab ketik kobo kamanut.
So leo nimekuja hapa kupanda mti. Na nimepanda mti 12. Sasa nasema kwa Rais William Ruto, nasema tutapanda mti, tutaendelea kupanda mti kwa kaunti yetu ya Nandi na kaunti nyingine zote.
Wangu nimepanda miti mingi sana hata mkikuja. Ninafurahia hii miti sababu hata mimi mkiniona mimi ni daktari ya kienyeji na kunywa hiyo dawa kabisa. Ndio mnaona mimi ni kijana. Mnanionaje?
Maana yake hata kwa venye tumehostiwa leo kufanya hii mambo ya kupanda mti. Hapa ukiona hapa kuna environment mzuri, unafuta hewa mzuri, so tumeona kila kitu iko sawa hapa.
Kwa kupanda miti because we know the importance and the benefits of having trees around our homes. Kwanza tunajua trees give us shade. They also give we also get the natural habitat ya wanyama wetu na pia tunapata maji.
Kabaibachi nito kirwokindet nebo Kaplelmet location David Pet eng mwaet kole nyolu keityi kamanutiet kolsetab ketik kou eng kursetab serikali.
Kama wakaaji tusingatie hiyo hali, isikuwe tu vile tumepanda miti siku ya leo, ikuwe tu ni mwisho leo. Kama chief na eneo hili la Kaplelmet location tutaendelea ili tuweze kubadilisha mazingira yetu. Tutapeana ripoti zifikie kwa mashule ili watoto wetu wafikishe kwa wasasi na miche siweze kupandwa.
Kong'eteke kaunti nebo Nandi logoiwekab emet chebo Kas. Kainenyu ko Nelson Tarbei.
Yekibe county nebo Nakuru kokikoito kurset koityi kabatik chebunu county nebo Nakuru komuch koyan icheket koboisien musoknotet en baetab kiagik kwa kabatisiet ko oret agenge nebo kanapta icheket rurutik nyoru icheket kobun kabatisiet.
En tuyet nekayai kabatik serikalitab county nebo Nakuru ak sukulit nebo barak nebo Cooperative University kokakicher kabatik kotach musoknotet nebo kasari. Kabit nitok kosubkei ak nekakotestai sukulit nebo barak nebo Cooperative University ak research netokyingei komong mobile app neituitos kabatik chemung'arainik koboto ofisaek cheterter en cheng'etab siret nebo rurutik chebo kabatik.
So we know that this project will go a long way to connect all the farmers and all the stakeholders, and that is our aim as the Cooperative University, because if that can happen, then we can see that the farmers will be able to share their challenges, they will be able to get markets for their products, and indeed we will have accomplished our goal.
Professor Lucy Kikanane ko agenge en chikilik chebo university noton bo Cooperative ole kosubkei ak inendet Ko en kasarta netesetai kowendi tai emet konyolu en kabatikab emoni komiten akichek tai en tokset nebo muswongnotet.
Change their minds. They are now more than ready to embrace the digital platform because they have seen the value, and especially in information sharing, in getting information on inputs in market and connecting with other value chains.
Ngalalet nekatach CEC anan Minister nebo kabatisiet en county nebo Nakuru, Leonard Arabor, nekakimit kamanutiet nebo kochut kabatik kibagengeisiek chebo bandaptai chenootin kou SACCOs.
Amun kimache keker kele kakinuan kiwango nerelatenen temik ak olik choto chebo tuguk chechang chekimokyeteni. So ako yoto kora lenyorunen information. Kingen kele kiy agetugul nguni kobendi through digital platforms, and that is why ko key kenai kele ne need neketindoi anan mokyinet nekimokyinigei ko ki wakulima chebo Nakuru kotone ako yoto sikefilen gaps anan kinyit rarutik tuguk chekararta keboisien muswoknotetab kasari. That is it nekemiten raini ketestai kepartnereni ak many stakeholders sikeker kele kakinuan ngalekab temisiet kwo tai.
Kosubkei ak alak en kabatik kochobotin ichek kotach muswoknotet nebo kasari kobaten mokyingei konetisiet mising kwamun oleo en kabatik ko boisiek anan biik chekakoba kenyisiek tai.
En tetutioni kakonech university en Cooperative University nebo Kenya ko agere kole mokotoret wakulima chebo Kenya aswa wakulima chebo Tulwa Moi kufuatilian en chego che produceni kila betut en oret nekararan sikobit konai kole kakonech kelunotet ngalekab ukulima anan kaib hasara. So makotoret mkulima konyoru en record nenyin nekararan akobo kabatisiet nebo chego.
Really trying on the ground, because you get a processor today, the processor buys the milk from you, promises to pay for the milk bought, and finally the milk is not bought. The milk is not paid for to the society. You keep on reminding, and it doesn't seem to get very far. So if you can get somebody that you can talk to directly, and that person pays for your milk, collects the milk, and takes the milk away, because that's now, a buyer, then that will sort out a lot of our problems. Even as I'm talking to you, our milk for last month has not been paid for. Basically because the processor keeps on saying today I'll pay.
Kongeten county nebo Nakuru, logoiywekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyun ko Sylvester Rono.
Sylvester Rono kakomwongei boriet noton nebo Sengwer akomwa kole moche keyochi imanda ak kekosyi it makutikwak neboto kora ketekis tuguk chemoche kosuldaen icheket kou en bitenywan. En kasarata imuch komong icheket kitabut nearoru akobo bitet noton nebo bororiet nebo Sengwer ak ole kimokto icheket ko ole kimi en tai manyolu kechutyi en kasuldaetab boisionikwak.
Bororietab Sengwer chemeng'isie eng timdab Imbobut eng Marakwet East ko agenge eng bororiosiek chemite county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet kikotestai koborire kosubkei ak kanyalilet nemwaat kele kinyor eng kasarta nekiuito icheket serikali eng timoto bo Imbobut nganda kikomeng'is icheket eng timoto eng Kipkoi. Kosubkei ak noto kokomong bororionoto kitabut nenaat ko Sengwer Community Biocultural Protocol neiarori atebeng'wai.
Kurenane Elias Kimayo on Sengwerin nganye kakop kwechera kitabu nyekekesir second edition nebo Biocultural Protocol nebo Sengwer. So kitabuni ku ng'alale kuhusu ateb nebo Sengwer, maishaab Sengwer, oko ngo rasilimali chebo Sengwer, ngo ole kiboisiere.
Kikisir kitabuni otobop Sengwer tugul. Kitabuni kikisir kimi ng'alek Sengwer tugul. Achek bichi yu Sengwer chibkone chikibunu Imbobut, bobka biik chikikimong'une kertit orit. kikirete mwengon, kikiribe chak, acha ketep kongolat ak chimbo biik alak. Kitabune kemi ng'ala chikiroi kile kikiywech chimakaroron.
Mache bororionoto serikali kokushi kong kaimutik choto bune icheket ako toret koistoegei kaimutik choto.
Mi ng'aleb mbaren, mi ng'aleb tabun chikibune, mi ng'aleb otop nebo paitai.
Mache kesum kono kumen. Sate bengol ko kotina kyuni karam utoril ni karam. Nganyo wala na wo nyore kwak. Nyilongen nyiribo so moto oribor gwegerte. Akanyo ko nyugiro ngacha. Agre temren don. Ko mele kyarlos. O mane mele kulang abanyo komnyan.
Kamwa County Secretary nebo County nebo Elgeyo Marakwet Paul Chemutut kole magat kikonyit atebetab bororionoto ak kikochi kondit neititaat amu kikobor bororionoto kole matinyegei icheket eng ui age tugul eng emetab itonwekab emet chebo timoto bo Embobut kou ye kikakimwaita icheket kotomo keuito eng timoto.
There have been people who coexisted in the forest before the current wave of destruction. They used to coexist very well, and they have traditional knowledge of conserving some of forest issues like trees which have been extinct. They tell us what type of trees exist in this Charangany ecosystem. They also tell us how to conserve sources of water where you don't touch. Cultural ethics says that you don't touch some of the things that are existing in this sources of water.
Kongete county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Andrew Kimeto.
Ko story nebo Andrew Kimeto kaituyet en betutab raini benkit noton nebo Standard Chartered eng kibagenge ak sirikab logoiwek en dakyinetab koaror kotinygei ak chopchinetab kei noton nebo labatet netetat kosuldaen benkit noton.
We are here for the sponsors breakfast. We want to appreciate all our sponsors and our partners. This year we've had 40 sponsors, up from 32 sponsors last year. Some of them include Athletics Kenya, World Road Race Label, Nairobi County, Prudential, as well as Qual. The total sponsorship we've gotten is 172 million shillings. Key sponsors are Standard Chartered, of course. We contributed 100 million, and the rest has come from all our other sponsors, and they've contributed cash as well as donations in kind. We're really grateful to all our sponsors coming through for us. Key for me is to just name some of the sponsors who've also included persons with disabilities. We've been able to get camel bags for them, as well as taking care of our mothers to be able to breastfeed their children, as well as take care of the small little kids. We have exceeded our target. I'm very happy, and we are going to make sure that all our 23,000 participants plus are going to have a very exciting experience during the marathon, as well as the entertainment at the Marathon Village. I urge you all to register for the marathon and come on 27th October. That's the last Sunday of the month. We aim, our target, we've set ourselves an internal target of 25,000 participants. We are sure we are going to get to that number by October 13th. We use the proceeds from the marathon, i.e. the 2,000 shillings that you register with, towards future makers. We're helping the youth, women, and persons with disabilities to learn, earn, and grow. You may be wondering, what is learn, earn, and grow? Number one, we support youth in terms of teenagers to just making sure that they are able to be street smart, get jobs, or even start getting skills to be ready for the city, to be able to mature. The second one for us is entrepreneurship. We work very closely with Strathmore universities where we support the young girls to start up businesses and especially digital startups. Then the third one for us is around employability. We are working with 5 universities, and what we are doing is we have a fantastic program. It's about 137 million shillings, and what we are doing is equip these university students with skills to be able to write CVs as well as interview. We want them to be job ready for the market.
Katoige en betutab raini urerioshek chebo CSC Cycling Championship nakiyai en taonit nebo Eldoret ole kiboborenji ko meng'ik choton chebo county nebo Uasin Gishu chongindo noton nebo urerionoton missing ko chebunu emotinwekab Africa ole kamiten barak kabeletabgei.
Eng betut netai nebo kabeletabgei eng kaitetab baskulishek noton nebo CSC Championship ko katakomite barak missing eng kabelisiosiek chotok urerenik chebo emotinwekab Eritrea, South Africa ak Uganda yekangobel kebeberwek chotok chebo urerenik chemengechen anan junior ole kaibelis Kevin Tekle Mariam ak Bethiel Ephraim eng komoswek chotok bo kwonyik ak murenik chotok chebo kilomiteshek 21.5 ak kilomiteshek 11.2 kosubigei kounotok.
Moving forward from Egypt, Darwish, Alalia Ahmed.
Alexander Erasmus kubun South Africa kokaboisie dakikaishek 28 sekondishek 53.35 kotare eng boroindo nebo somok Billy Mangwana Mbolo nebo emoni.
Today we did the individual time trial here in Kenya. The course was pretty tough. There was a pretty kicky climb, but it made it interesting. And pretty hard.
Kaindoji eng taunetab kei nebo urerioshek chotok PS nebo urerioshek eng emoni Engineer Peter Tum nemwoe kole kiboisie emoni urerioshek chotok eng kamangunetab talentaishek akochobot emoni nebo korop eut urerioshek chotok pa cycling.
We are the 4th African country to be hosting such cycling event, and we are proud as government that you are able to curate this cycling championship in Eldoret. We are determined to develop cycling into a sport that not only inspires but also provides alternative livelihoods for our youth. While solidifying Kenya's position as a global sporting powerhouse, we will ensure that that spirit continues. Beyond the competition, cycling also addresses broader agenda, such as promoting climate action. If you are looking for longevity, please undertake cycling.
Kaboibochi agene Governor nebo County nebo Uasin Gishu Dr. Jonathan B. Chelilim urerioshek chotok kyae counties chotok chebo Uasin Gishu, Nandi ak Elgeyo Marakwet kosubkei ak nemwoe kole wendi kokonoptoi eng tetutik chechang cheboto chebo rutoiwek ak kiprutoinik eng counties chotok.
This is a very exciting moment. It is also very historical that the youngest city is now hosting African Cycling Championship. We have more than 24 countries here, and to me, this is historical. When we became a city, I assured the people of Uasin Gishu that there are many benefits that will come along with the city. We have never closed our city this long, from morning to evening, and probably tomorrow and the day after tomorrow and the other day. I want to assure the business community that this is not normal and it is not natural. It is supernatural that we are hosting a whole of Africa here. All African countries are in Uasin Gishu, particularly Eldoret City.
Kong'eteke taunet neo nebo Eldoret eng county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Isaac Kogei.
Yekiistoegei noton kokaimuch komongei anan tesetai koborugei chemung'arainik chesuldae mung'aret chebunu emetab Ghana en emoni takyinetab konyor akichek kasuldaetab mung'aret ak chamet kobun emetab Kenya. Tetat kotestai kaborunet noton nebo kasuldaetab mung'aret ak chobetab amitwogik en taon nebo Nairobi ako muche kimiten en komosta noton nebo pwani nebo emoni.
In terms of the anniversary activities, we started by actually doing activations like what you are seeing behind me. First in Mombasa, the reception was great and they loved the Ghanaian products. And we are doing this today and tomorrow. And later in the week, I think on Friday, we are doing what we call Taste of Ghana. Taste of Ghana is a food bazaar that is introducing the Ghanaian food. We are dining with our most cherished customers who have supported the trade house over the years that we are celebrating the 1 year for. It is important to celebrate little wins because for us, that is what is going to propel us on.
Chitab Kolenchin ko chotan goloyab emet imuch kaitunen ketesiet noton nebo Kass TV kobaten tomoit litu noton Mungaret ak Pandaptai. Bwat ile kimiten tuan eng kibagenge kotor kiwangu tetuitet koite sait somok emetab raini kemiten okilinik oeng en studio. Kitindoi Philip Langat ne ko okiliot ak inde kora Felix Keton Matage ine kora ko okiliot. Sikenai kele tos kimi kasarta noton nebo impeachment en emetab Kenya. Bwat ile wikit nenyon ko wikit ne korom kot missing ako chang boisionik en Senate. Ole kusingon konyek tugul Senate tos much ko impeachen Governor nebo county nebo Kericho Dr. Eric Mutai, tos much ko impeachen rubeiwotab president Rigathi Gachagua ko noton kikusingong en wikit nenyone. Kime komwoe chokelin kole tos ne kerenywan kotinygei ak noton metwaige kabaten en nguni amoche atiakta Naomi Cherotich nekomiten en oret nebo kabarunet. Imuche kora isibech en oret nebo Facebook asimuch iyagu tebutik agere bet Justin na mogole isibech agere kora kogei Israel netestai kora kosibech agine en oret noton nebo Facebook. Isibech en yoton ak iyagu tebutik sikomuch keteben okilinik en studio kotinygei ak kit neibwoti kotinygei nyolu keisto Gachagua en boisiet, manyolu keisto Dr. Mutai nebo county nebo Kericho, nyolu keisto en boisiet, manyolu keisto len en ng'atutik. Ako ne nebataita ngot koisto Senate en betutab kwang'wan kasi rubeiwotab president ko tos ne nerube yebata noton amoe sikomwochi okilinik kotinygei ak noton. Kiweksei en amatyan.
Tokyingei kong'eten tarikit 9 agoi tarikit 13 ketikab boskilishek en continent nebo Africa ak en ingwony counties chebo Uasin Gishu, Nandi ak Elgeyo Marakwet. Eletetatgei en kabelisiet nebo 2024 CAC Road Cycling African Championships ak eng betut nebo kasitab ang'wan tarikit 10 kotetatgei igorta nebo ketitab boskilishek nebo biikab emet anan fun ride en county nebo Uasin Gishu nekibendi kilometers 11 ak tinye chitugul boroindo nebo kuchut en kabelisioniton. Ta itinye kityok boskilit eng betunoton kemokyin ibu kityok boskilit ak helmet neng'ung asichut en kabelisionoton. Taugei kabelisionoton bo fun ride kong'eten sait 3 nebo asubuhi eng Uasin Gishu County Hall eng betutab kwang'wan kasi tarikit 10. Nyon ak imutu familia neng'ung koboto choronok asoboiboenji ketet nebo boskilisiek en kwenutab ketikab boskilisiek kobun continent nebo Africa.
Fine Touch Africa Limited inakuletea pipe za irrigation